Minecraft dragons. I know. Most of you watching have probably heard the mod Isle of Berk and how it brought the best looking dragons while still having the Minecraft feel. Unfortunately, the mod has been shut down, but it is currently under new development and has been picked up by the new Berkston team, and they're actually planning a release later this summer. But this video isn't about this new mod. It's about another mod that has completely changed the Minecraft How to Train a Dragon experience. Archipelago Editions. This mod uses existing Isle of Berk models like the Monstrous Nightmare and reshapes them into totally new dragons like the Cinchtail. With this process, the mod developers made over 30 How to Train a Dragon species and put them into Minecraft. Using the same models does come with some setbacks. For example, a dragon like the Armorwing could set itself on fire in your Minecraft world because it uses a Monstrous Nightmare base. Same thing with the Scuttleclaw being able to make Gronkle Iron. It wouldn't normally be able to do that, but since it uses the Gronkle base, you can make Gronkle Iron as much as you want. Archipelago Editions adds more than just new dragons. It adds new variants to the existing ones from Isle of Berk. So why don't we just get right into it and show you my new favorite mod. Alright, so what you're seeing here is basically a bunch of clips of dragons that are walking across and then flying from left to right. So I'm doing this because I want to show you all of the dragons and some of the textures, not all of them, because I do want you to find out some on your own. But yeah, basically I'm going to be showing every single dragon that Archipelago Editions has created or just made textures of. So I mean, here's the Cinchtail. You can see it's purple, it's all cool looking, and then here's the Rumblehorn. Yeah, I'm basically doing all of this for every single dragon, and I wanted to do some commentary over it so it wouldn't just be silence the entire time. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna give opinions and what I think about the dragons during the sequence, I guess. And yeah, I really like the sand wraith, by the way. I don't know, I'm just gonna be yapping throughout these. Okay, here we are. I'm about to show you everything Archipelago Editions has to offer, which is a lot and a bunch of cool stuff. So I'm just gonna do a little sneak peek. Dragons back there that we'll get into later. So to start off, maybe I'll explain the big yak in the room. This is a reskinned Ravager that is just made to be a war yak. So if you're gonna do a raid, that's what you're gonna see. And then we'll start from here and then just go forward. Here, new pickaxe. And this you're gonna find in caves, probably a lot deeper in Deep Slate. And if you have a mod like Jade, you're gonna have a Whispering Death Nest. You're gonna be like, what the heck? You just mine it, it gives you an egg. That's all it does. It's great, really. It gets a nice starting dragon if you can't find anything, so that's perfect. Let me just disable that. Okay, here there's a bunch of potions that you can make from all the materials that the mod adds and the scales. Any scale based off the class is going to give you a different type of potion. So maybe a Cinchtail, that's going to give you a fire resistance potion. Yeah. And then down here we have Venom Gland, which gives you a poison potion. Red Oleander gives you an awkward potion, so it's like Netherwart. And Blue Oleander gives you swiftness, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so that's completely wrong. That up there says a swiftness potion, but it's definitely supposed to be a potion of poison. That's exactly what a Blue Oleander would give you. So yeah, I don't know why I put a swiftness potion for that in the crate, but I mean, I got the Cinchtail fire resistance right, so point for me. Yeah. Okay, so here are the Red Oleander, Blue Oleander, and Dragon Nip that you can find, which works the same as a stick. It's just pretty cool. Here is Gronkle Iron that you can craft with that recipe or replacing the glowstone with limestone. And here's a Dragon Hunter ingot too. That's the crafting recipe. And in here is just another way to craft it. The mixture, you smelt it, and then boom, that's what you get. Pretty self-explanatory. Here's everything you can make with the Dragon Hunter stuff. All of these blocks. So if you want to, capture dragons, be like Vigo and Riker, I mean, go for it. Here's all of the stuff, all of the things you can make, and then if you find Thor's ore, which is in the normal Isle of Berk mod, you find it deep underground too. You can reinforce your normal dragon hunter tools and make it into advanced ones. So here, let's say I have, let's grab the pickaxe, and then I grab the Thor's ore, reinforce it, and then boom, reinforce dragon hunter pickaxe. So you can do that with a whole bunch of the different things. And here is a reskinned nitwit villager that'll actually give you a whole bunch of trades and could also give you the dragon hunter tools if you max it out enough, which you'll see later on. Here is the light knight, and I did forget to explain that every few minutes or so there's gonna be these clips, because I didn't want to just show you like 20 minutes of dragons and then have nothing to say. I don't know, I didn't think it was a good idea at the time, and I still don't think it's a good idea, so I'm just gonna shimmy it in between the showcase. So I mean, here you are. Here's the pink silver phantom. I really like it, actually. I'm seeing these and I'm remembering them because for some reason it took me all summer to make this video. So I made this in June and it's August, well, September. So I'm remembering all of the dragons and all the sequencing that I did for this. Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, I remember it. The screaming death looks like a snake. And the whispering death one. The flightmare. Oh, I love how they did the flightmare. How it still glows even with shaders on. Even the colors too. It looks amazing. And this pink one, phenomenal. Wow. Okay. So up here, you'll see that you have different spines. Screaming Death, Deadly Natter, Razor Whip. That is not... That's a Screaming Death. Okay. That should be a Grave Napper then. And then that's a Whispering Death. And then you can craft a bunch of these staffs out of them, which do a significant amount of damage, I'm pretty sure. Let me just grab it. I missed. Yeah. 6 attack damage. I think it varies. This one is more. Yep, 13. And they're kind of funny. They're huge. And in your hand too. Let me just put it back. All right. Now, oh, here. Oh my gosh, how could I almost skip this? You can make Dragon Hunter armor. So if you grab any amount of scales, you combine them, and then you can make Dragon Hunter armor. Which looks like this. Pretty cool, I'd say. Not my favorite, though. Whenever I get the armor, I kind of throw it away. But, I mean, you never know. Now, over here, we have Hiccup's flight suit. So, you make this from all of these materials. I'll put the crafting recipes on the screen now. So, yeah, you just make these with flight suit fins. You can make with all of these materials. Let me show you how to put it on. Wow. Pretty cool. And you could even fly with it, like an elytra.
Wow.
Which I find the most interesting. That's the only way it's actually good to get, because I'm pretty sure it's the same or worse than iron. So there's that. And we're back. Okay, so here's the Whispering Death. I really like the Whispering Death too. I like how they did it, and with the different colors too. I think this is the albino one. And then here is the Guzzling Death, which I love. I love the coloring. Oh, okay. I forget how fast it is. Here's the Armor Wing. I love the Armor Wing too, and how they made like actual Minecraft swords be attached to its back. You see it there. You have a gold sword in the back. And then here's the Zippo back. I mean, not much really changed about the Zippo back. Only a few different colors. And it was hard to find some good colors too. I mean, Zippleback is meh. He's the melanistic one, which is actually pretty cool. And then the Razor Whip. Oh, I love the Razor Whip. One of my favorite dragons, actually. Just look at it. Wow. And here's Wingnut. They actually have Wingnut from Race to the Edge in here. And then the Stinger. So what's funny about the Stinger, obviously they can't fly. So I just had to make it look like a little bug running across the screen so you could see the Stinger running, I guess. I mean, there it is. And a little bug right there. Up here, this is how you get your flaming sword handle. And then with the handle, you can make the flaming sword. And then you can get the flaming sword right there if you add Monstrous Nightmare Gel. So that's pretty cool. And if you hold this sword right here, no dragons will attack you or feel the need to. Because normally the dragons will attack you if you hold an axe or if you hold a sword. But they will not do that with that sword right there. Alright, moving on. Here we have a petrified ancient grove winning egg, which a lot of people really don't know what to do with it unless that's what the tag says, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, you grab a pot of changeling acid and then you break it. And now you have a normal ancient grove winning egg that you can hatch. So that's pretty cool. I read in the Discord that a lot of people didn't really know how to do it because they were confused and they were holding the normal changeling acid, but you need the pot of it, which you craft with Gronkle iron and then the acid. So that's pretty neat. Okay, here's one of my favorite things about this mod. It's the egg crates right here. And it does tell you need a snow ray tooth to break it, so we can do that, and then you just boom. So you get a nightlight egg or a light night egg. Wow, amateur. And boom, Night Fury. And you will notice that it only has 3 durability. So if you do want to put mending and unbreaking on it to basically make the one snowy tooth last a lot longer, you can do that. But you do have to make sure that you don't use it a 3rd time because then it breaks. And then we got a silver phantom egg. Yeah. On to the next bit of my yapping. Okay, so here's the Death Gripper. Oh, I love this Death Gripper. It's a monarch butterfly Death Gripper. I actually have the milkweed plants that they only eat. So I see monarch butterflies all the time and I love them. But here is the Light Fury, and they also have new colors and the alpha mode right there actually. Wow. Here's the melanistic one. So I mean, if you want a Night Fury colored Light Fury, there it is. Oh, magma breather. Not much to say about this one. I don't like it, and it's from the show that I don't like. So moving on. The Sentinel. Ooh, I love the Sentinel too. I always get it confused with it being a Gronkle base when it's not. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it is Monstrous Nightmare shaped, but I also love the coloring of the different ones too. And the Dramillion. The Dramillion is a new Light Fury base. Used to be a Natter one, and I also really love the colors. And the walk is so funny. They did a really great job with these dragons. Moving on. Here we have Sage Fruit, which drops out of any leaves that are decaying. And you can use it to breed dragons. And then Sea Slugs, which you can use to tame Natter bases. So Whispering Deaths, Screaming Deaths, Scuttle Claws, anything like that you can use to tame with Sea Slugs. Now, onto one of the cooler and more visual things of the mod, banners. So with all of these reskinned and redone banner patterns, they're vanilla but just changed. You can make any of the dragon classes except for Tracker, I believe that it doesn't have one. So, oh, genius. There you go. I find this really unique, and I haven't really dabbled much with it, but I mean, here it is, and it looks pretty cool. I like it. So now we turn around, and here we have Trader Johann. I mean, he's pretty useful here. They're meant to be reskinned wandering traders, so If you see a Johan with 2 llamas, that's why. The ones that spawn on Trader Johan ships, which you will see later, are these on the left that have a bunch of these egg crates that you can get for 32 runes. By the way, you get runes from any dragon hunter structure, like the huge ship that you'll see later. And yeah, that's where you get them from. And from these egg crates, you get just an egg for every class that you break it. So Rumblehorn, that must have been the tracker. The Sharp. Oh, okay. This is Tidal, so you'll get a Sand Wraith. Stoker. Terrible Terror. And Changeling. Oh, that was Strike. Oh, nice. Oh, that was Mystery, and that's a Strike. Yes, yes, yes. And then... Oh, no. I can't open the chest. Wait, let me just... All of these runes you can use to buy the egg crates. So if we just buy a Sharp one, boom, we get a Scuttleclaw. What you can do with this one, you'll have the weapon and then an egg crate. So you can just buy the egg crate for 32 and then break it, boom. Another terrible terror. Eggs are so tiny. Yeah, so that's what they do. Let's welcome our special guest, the most famous changeling of them all, Snuffnut. Yeah, so the Archipelago Editions team actually added Snuffnut, which I think is an amazing detail from the show. And I mean, here are the other colorful changelings that are really cool. The blue one too. Very, very nice. And the famous Night Fury. I actually really like this colored Night Fury. Looks very nice. And this one has very blue eyes, which I also like. More like a female Night Fury. Oh, and here is the alpha colors for one of the variants. So they do have different alpha colors. And the Snow Wraith, which is a relatively new dragon. It was the dragon they added before the brand new Pygmy Death that they just added. So, I mean, that's cool. And they did add some of the Race to the Edge variants and some Rise of Berk variants too. And the Woolly Howl. The Woolly Howl's a nice dragon. Kind of like a Night Fury copycat, but I mean, it's still pretty good. The brown is nice. And the Storming Nightmare. The Storming Nightmare actually has a lot of good colors. Like this one, the black and yellow, I think is an amazing color combo. The purple's nice too, actually. It's very vibrant. Here is the Nitwits, the reskin Nitwits that are Dragon Hunt traders. This is the Novice, which you trade Dragon Blood with, which you get from killing dragons. And then the Apprentice, so Scales. The Journeyman, which gets the Spines. The Expert, which does have more stuff like Changing Acid and Runes. And I will actually show you the Master, which I thought I had, but I don't, apparently. It sells Dragon Hunter stuff, which is pretty cool. Moving on to the weapons. Here are all of the character weapons. So right here, my favorite, Macy. Macy in all her glory. And then we have Vigo's Sword, Inferno, Hiccup's Shield, Valka's Shield, Astrid's Axe, things like that. Everything is here. Have Krogan's thing, everything. All of the Krogan's Axe. Pretty cool. And they all do a significant amount of damage. They do a lot of damage. You even have Riker's Sword. I mean, there's so many weapons that they added, which is amazing. So these are the Gronkel Iron Shields that you can craft, and you get that. And then you can skin them with different scales, and you get a bunch of the patterns. So the Night Fury, that's a Deadly Natter, a Death Song, Skrill, all of these you can get. You craft like this, and then depending on the scale you use, it gives you a different shield. Same thing with the wooden ones. There's also some variety in these that you can find, like on boats. And then here, all of the other shields you can craft, which is pretty cool. They work the same as a vanilla shield, but they have the How to Train Your Dragon feel. So I kind of like using them better. I bet you were wondering when I was going to start yapping again. But here's the nightlight. Oh, here's one of the alpha variants actually. Very, very nice, I think. I like how they made it very diverse in the coloring of them. So I like that. And the Monstrous Nightmare. This is my favorite Monstrous Nightmare skin. All black. And then, ooh, green and yellow is nice too. I'm like going to be complimenting all of the dragons because, I mean, obviously they all look good. Except for maybe the Magma Breather. I don't know. Oh, the Grunkle too. The Grunkle actually got new animations that they added. As you see it walking, I mean, it has its tongue out now. And then while it's sitting, it also is very cute and has its tongue out. And then the Snap Trapper too. Wow. Look at this one. It's like a lush cave type of Snap Trapper. I like it. I like it. And red. I'm obviously a sucker for red. I'm just going to be complimenting all the dragons like I said before. Oh, I like the Scuttleclaw too. One of my favorites. And here's our last dragon of the showcase, the Blue Scuttleclaw. Okay, that is all I'm going to have time for this showcase. There will definitely be a part 2 that is coming in the next few days. I will not hold off on the part 2 like I know you probably think I would. But I still have so much to cover. I mean, still a little bit left of the showcase and then some of the structures, which is where you'll find this amazing new Pygmy Death. And so much more to show you. So make sure to stay tuned. And I mean, if you did like the episode, I've been working on this for the entire summer based on what little motivation I have to do anything. So, I mean, yeah, if you did like it, please leave a like. And if you're new, please subscribe. But yeah, that's going to be it. And I hope you have an amazing day or rest of your night. And bye-bye.